My name is Seán Butler. I'm farming here on what we call Hillside Holistic Farm. What I'm farming in total is with owned and rented is approximately 100 acres. A third of what I own, the 84 acres I own, is now planted in native woodland, 11 hectares, 27 acres or so. The rest is suckler cows. The way I'm grazing my animals now is what is described as AMP grazing, adaptive multi-paddock grazing, which is they come in to a small piece of ground for a short piece of time and they are left here to eat about half of the grass and the other half they trample back down into the ground. You can see it here. As you go down, a lot of that grass is trampled then is walked down into contact with the soil, so that the biology in the soil can break it down. It feeds the soil, or it feeds the life that's in the soil. It also covers it, keeps it protected, and protected from sunlight, from heat, from rain. Rain is a big problem, with a big contributor to how land can become compacted. If you have bare ground and raindrops are landing on bare soil, it compacts it hugely. So having the ground covered at all times and well covered, it prevents that from happening. It prevents it from drying out too much, and it prevents it from getting too hot or too cold. When you see it, it looks like you're wasting an awful lot of grass, but you're feeding the invisible livestock that's on the farm, which is the biology, the bacteria and the fungi and all the other life that's down there in the soil. What you see above the ground level is a mirror image of what's happening below the ground level from the plant perspective, in that grass that grows taller, higher, longer will also grow longer underneath, where you have a bigger root system, you have a more vigorous, healthy root system, which in turn feeds the biology in the soil, which creates a better structure in the soil that allows the soil to have the ability to allow the water to percolate, to actually infiltrate into the soil itself, so that there's more moisture in the soil. It allows the water to percolate slowly down through the soil into the groundwater, into aquifers, groundwater, and then it flows slower into the rivers and lakes. So we're slowing down the flow of water, which prevents flooding, which we have a big problem with at the moment. It also allows the soil to be more resilient to drought. It's reckoned that if you increase the organic matter in soil by 1%, it gives the land the capacity to hold on to something in the region of about 150,000 litres of water per acre, which is, I think, an astronomical amount of water. It's hard to believe it can happen. So, and that's just 1%. You know, most of our agricultural land or farmland in Ireland could probably increase its soil organic matter by 5, maybe more percent, without too much work or too much bother. So imagine how that would affect our flooding problems and our runoff problems and our leaching of nutrients from the soil into waterways, which is causing build-up of nutrients in our waters, in our rivers and lakes and our groundwater, that is not doing us any good. One of the things I'm trying to do is to change my breed of cattle so that they suit grazing grass, hopefully 365 days a year. Some of these aren't designed to that. Even the Angus, which would have been a traditional breed, have been what we would describe in the last 30-40 years as being improved, which in my mind has been a disadvantage to them. They've got bigger, they've got harder fed, they're not able to function as well just on eating the grass. I'm hoping to go back to something that's smaller, easier finished, can do what they need to do on grass, and can do it without my intervention. I'm kind of a lazy individual, and for the past 25 years I've been looking at how can I not do things that I was doing, or how can I do less than I have been doing? And one of the things I need to do is sort of breed the cattle a little bit different. In 2021, we planted 11 hectares of native woodland. I said earlier on how I've spent the last 25 years looking at ways to do things, to look at how can I work with the land and with nature better, that I'm not fighting against it. And most of the land in Ireland would have grown woodland, and farming, we're preventing that from recurring. So I thought, well, maybe if I work with the land to help it be what it wants to be, life might be easier. So I decided to plant, as I said, 11 hectares of native woodland. Well, since I started adaptive grazing, I've noticed the grasses and the plants in the pasture are expressing themselves much more. I see more diversity in it, in different types of plants and herbs that are growing. I've also discovered that there aren't any weeds anymore. The plants that I described as weeds are there, but they're not weeds anymore, to me, is how I look at it. They're feeding the soil, they're feeding the biology in the soil, they're also feeding the wildlife above ground, the insects, the pollinators, the birds, the mammals, the other animals that are around. They're given both food and shelter for them. And I see much more diversity in, as I said, in plants and insects and birds.